Hello, Facebook land. This is Mike George coming at you live on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon on, what the hell day is it? I swear I knew this before. We'll say the 12th of March, 2024. The Lord is smiling upon us today on this gorgeous day in Columbus, Ohio here. I'm coming at you live from the Topiary Gardens, just behind the Columbus Metropolitan Library in downtown Columbus. And my goodness, what a gorgeous day out today. Temperature's probably right on 20 degrees. That's 70 Fahrenheit for you imperial heathens. And just enjoying this splendor here at the Topiary Gardens. It's one of my favorite parks actually in Columbus. You can kind of see just ahead of me some of the topiaries that have that the park goes to great efforts to kind of maintain the shape of these figures. I forget what painting that this park is sort of styled after, but it's I feel like most of you guys have probably seen the painting that these shrub figures kind of refer to. Several of them with umbrellas, and it's kind of reminiscent of just kind of a good old day at the park, which is exactly what today is here. This is my favorite time of year. That particular week right after daylight savings time, when we get that extra hour of daylight. Get a nice early sunrise, a nice late sunset. It's got a full day of sunshine. And this particular year, we actually got to bask in the sunshine with some good weather. As I sort of mentioned, man, you can't really beat 20 degrees on an evening like this. So I'm grateful. And another reason this is my favorite time of year as well, with spring nipping at our heels, is my birthday coming up on Sunday, the 17th of March, otherwise known as St. Patrick's Day. Otherwise known as what I refer to as heterosexual pride. Since oftentimes when around June, when we have all the gay pride events, queer pride events, there's always that one, God bless them, but there's always that one like heterosexual friend that's like, well, when's heterosexual pride? And then now my answer for that has become St. Patrick's Day. And that's, and I think most of us that have enjoyed a debaucherous bar crawl in the middle of an afternoon on good old St. Patty's Day can attest. I mean, I would say the vibe of St. Patrick's Day nowadays in modern America kind of reflects that of a heterosexual pride event. No shade to our wonderful straight allies out there, of course. I love St. Patrick's Day, even if it wasn't my birthday. Even if I wasn't pretending that the world was celebrating my very own birthday. It's a wonderful occasion. I mean, the weather's great. People are kind of, you kind of get the thaw out of all of the people who have otherwise hibernated in their little caves this whole winter. It's been an interesting kind of week so far. Just I've been kind of. It really has this week been for me. I've gotten to kind of connect with people that have been completely off the radar since, say, like November or October. I kind of made this joke that sometimes it feels like my life is a Westworld series, and half the cast that consists of my friends have just been put away in cold storage for the winter, and now they're finally coming out again and thawing themselves out and rejoining my life. And that includes some of you guys on Facebook land. And so, let's take a little look around here again. The beautiful Topiary Gardens here in Columbus, Ohio. I am actually going to be on my way over to the Old Oak, where I actually have Wanda resting over there and charging up. It's kind of refreshing, actually. This is one of the few occasions in which I'm out and about without Wanda. It's almost like one of those days where you get to have the kids at home with the babysitter, and you can just kind of go out and be free, just be you, without having some obligation kind of going with not that Wanda's an obligation, of course. I shouldn't talk shit on Wanda when she's not here, of course. But nonetheless, I had kind of forgotten that I had become so accustomed to carrying that thing with me. You know, as lightweight as it is, and as much as it is kind of nice to have my own theme song kind of accompany me along my gallivants, it's also kind of nice just to kind of not have her for a bit. You know, have her resting at home and charging, and you know, now it's just me and you without the kids. It's almost like Facebook Live after dark, except without the dark. For now. Actually, for now and for quite a while, considering it's one of the longest days of the year, I believe. Actually, no, I'm sorry. The longest day of the year is the summer. I think that's the summer solstice. Spring equinox, I think that's the day in which. Yeah, I think the rate of additional sunlight per day is as maximum, sort of the derivative of the amount of sunshine seen in a day. So I guess that's sort of the significance of the equinox. You know, it's sort of the kind of the rapidity at which our days get longer, and we sort of climb out of this of our gray, depressing winter lives, and bask in the brightness and you know, the Lord smiling upon us. Yes, and so well, I guess it's been a while since I've done a Facebook Live for you guys, so I guess it'd be worthwhile to do a little update. Got a job interview coming up on Thursday for good old AEP, for a job that I happen to be very qualified for. We'll see. I don't like to. God damn it! Every time I make lofty expectations about one of these job interviews, something goes tragically wrong. So I'm gonna keep my expectations close to my chest, and just gonna do my little song and dance for them and wow them and see what happens, you know. So this would be a job managing distributed energy resources for AEP. Which is just a fancy way of referring to the small-scale generation facilities that are often installed, you know, throughout, like, you know, it's basically the equivalent of customers selling power back to the grid. So, in contrast to the traditional large-scale power plants that you might see belching out coal or belching out natural gas or whatnot, this would be like your neighbor having a miniature coal plant in their backyard, to your chagrin, and selling a kilowatt or two of power back to the grid. But of course, you know, distributed over lots of customers in theory, so otherwise known as the too many chefs in the kitchen problem is kind of what I refer to conceptually, as, you know, as far as what is the paradigm of distributed energy resources, formerly known as distributed generation. For more information on that, you can refer to my thesis, which is actually located on my website at mike.ohmg.xyz. Little plug for my master's thesis there from a decade ago or so. That traumatic long-winded exercise in academia. So, you guys are awfully quiet. 0 viewers, 0 comments, 0 stars. Of course, I don't have Wanda with me, so just me riffing, no musical accompaniment to speak of. Then again, as I often say during moments like this, sometimes you have to remind yourself that silence is its own song. And in the wise words of my dear classmate Heather Smoger, silence means be quiet. And so, with that being said, I'm going to give way to silence and let you guys pop up some comments while I take a little gander through the topiary gardens here, to the point where I run out of Wi-Fi and lose connection with y'all and just mysteriously disappear into the ether. Enjoy. Quick little public service announcement. Clean up your doggy's poo. I'm kind of amazed that I still have Wi-Fi from all the way from the library over yonder. Damn. 2024, we've done it, guys. We've done it. Far range Wi-Fi. Makes up for all the other shit that doesn't work these days, like my phone. Oh, who's this fine fellow up here? Let's find out. That was such a confident walk. I want to find out more about him, but that'd be kind of tacky as fuck of me to flirt with a boy on air, huh? Well, I can see the bars of my Wi-Fi growing ever so faint, so I think this would be a good point to conclude the broadcast and do a little send-off. Again, this has been Mike George coming at you live from beautiful Columbus, Ohio, from the Topiary Gardens. Wherever you are, hopefully the sun is shining upon you, and remember, take care of yourselves and take care of somebody else. Toodaloo.